The common misconception that people have when it comes to discipline and even willpower is that discipline and willpower will be eternally hard. They will always be hard to do. But what I recently found out from an episode on Crash Course, the YouTube channel, the educational channel on study skills, the show they have with like Thomas Frank, discipline and willpower are all like actually training them is like training a mental muscle. Each time you resist something with willpower, or and each time you do something in spite of not wanting to do it with discipline, you're actively helping your future self in doing that in the future, right? You're literally training the muscle permanently. Yesterday was the Orthodox Easter. I went to to a church to get light, this wonderful little tradition. Of course, Easter is a festivity. It's an amazing opportunity to indulge in some food. I did not indulge in food because I did not feel the need. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I'm very evolved when it comes to willpower or discipline, but I can certainly notice their effects. I've resisted a lot of things, and I've forced myself to do a lot of things as well. Each time I do them, I feel more motivation to do them. I know I'm going to feel more motivation to do them the next time. It's not as hard. These initial sacrifices you are now putting in when it comes to like focus, willpower, discipline, all of these skills going to be you're going to feel so euphoric in the future because you're literally building up the muscle. In like 10 years, you won't even feel the temptation to buy some chips, some potato chips. You'll never feel that because you've trained the muscle for 10 years. That's the advantage you have with discipline and willpower. It's not always going to be that hard. When you see the 80-year-old genius, when you see, I don't know what Khodorowsky is doing, what Chomsky is doing, but when you see them resisting something, you might say, wow, the willpower that they are showing in this moment. Wow, the discipline that they are showing by doing the thing that they obviously do not want to do. They are probably not even using willpower and discipline anymore because it's second nature. Once you do it enough, willpower and even discipline is going to be easy. You don't want to go on a run, you go on a run because that's your nature. At the start, you need to consciously say, okay, now I'm using willpower, now I'm using discipline. But after you do it for months, years, decades, that you don't need to like consciously put that intention because it's second nature. It's going to be your instinct to be disciplined, to use your willpower. I think this also applies to focus. Maybe you're also building up the focus muscle when you focus, as well like you're building up the discipline muscle and the willpower muscle when you're disciplined or use willpower. These sacrifices of like indulgence like resisting sugar, alcohol, tobacco, other drugs do feel like sacrifices. They do feel extremely hard on your psyche now. But if you can resist them now, it means that you will be able to very easily resist them in the future. Because this is basically the moment you're in now, the state you're in now, is going to be the worst state you will ever be in. I am 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. But I have a sneaking suspicion that your willpower and discipline will not go down if you know what to do. Even your focus won't go down if you know how to focus. If you resist now, if you force yourself to do things now, you'll 100% be able to do them in the future. So put in that initial sacrifice of willpower, of discipline, of focus, of like beating procrastination even. Because your future self, everything that you'll build in the future will depend on it. And everything you build in the future will be made easier by the struggle that you are now experiencing. Because in the future, it won't even be a struggle anymore. I'll see you later.